broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Happy Sunday, everyone, and welcome to another wonderful recap of your favorite soap opera, Days of Our Lives. I am your host, Tony Moore, and I am joined by some lovely dooligans. We have, joining us today in place of Mark J. Freeman, who could not be here, we have...
James Lott Jr.
Y'all know James Lott. And then next to him, we have...
Peter Ramos.
Hello, Peter Ramos.
Hello, sir.
Y'all know Peter, too. Peter ain't doing the bow ties no more. He doing glasses.
It's hot.
He's trying to give y'all different looks. He went from the bow tie to the glasses.
It is hot. It's summertime over here.
They got summertime bow ties.
Actually do. They do. Yes, they do.
Well, thank you guys for joining us. And just as a reminder, make sure you guys friend us on Facebook, DISHIN Days, because we are trying to up that up. That's right.
Hashtag up that up.
Hashtag up that up. So
like
we're trying to get to 1,000
Yes.
friends, and once we do, we have a slew of prizes that we want to give away to you guys. So make sure you do that. Also, make sure you guys share our recaps every week. We want to get at least 2,000 views, and we're going to give away prizes when we do. We're going to make an exception today because we're going to give away a few calendars because it is June and the calendar is 2015.
And a lot of people, thanks to Leah, she's been promoting because she just got her calendar. And she's been
She has been promoting. Yes, I have seen that. Yeah.
We got so many requests like, I want a calendar. I want a calendar. I want a calendar.
Well, if you want a calendar, I hope you tuning in live because we giving away calendars later on.
Yeah, we got a lot of requests.
Good. I'm happy. And we're going to add to our little prize vault because Casey Diedrich was just here.
Yes, he was.
And he gave us his sides from the last day that he taped on Days, and he signed it and everything.
That's awesome.
That's very
so
nice.
We're going to add that. So somebody's going to walk away with that in celebration of Days 50th. Before we get into our recap for this last week, we have a special message brought to you by the fine folks of AfterBuzz TV.
Yes, we do. We love hearing from you. We love your comments. We really do. So, and your tweets. So please keep tweeting, keep commenting. We do appreciate it. Don't miss to take a chance to do our very important listener survey at podcast1.com. That is one word, podcast1.com. Your responses will help us make the show the best it can be, of course. It'll only take about 3 minutes, so you get some instant gratification. This is really fast. And you'll know that you helped us out, which is very important. You can tell us how you really feel. I mean, just say how great I am, but say how you really feel about the show and help us get to know you a little better. So do it now. Well, okay, do it after the show.
After the show.
Yeah, do it in about 50 minutes. Take the survey at podcast1.com. That is podcast1.com. Thank you.
I feel, James, your voice sounds like a radio voice, like that 12 a.m. to like 3 a.m. voice. Welcome to the Quiet Storm.
Well, that's good, Tony.
We're playing your slow jams tonight. Ooh, we got this oldie but goodie for you. It's Barry White. I'm going to give you some good loving. I don't even know that's one of his songs.
I like that, Tony. That's really good. I'm like, okay.
See, there you go. All right. It is now time for us to start DISHIN Days.
DISHIN Days. All right.
I love that. I'm glad that I'm able to incorporate that now because Peter came up with the name and I was like, oh, how am I going to work this in? And now I've been working it in.
Now we have our hourglass.
And we have our hourglass that's signed by so many. All right. So
Yay.
First off, let's get into our favorite storyline, Sonny, Will, and Paul. First of all, okay. I'm kind of getting annoyed with this storyline because Marlena posed a great question this week asking Will, do you really want to fix your marriage?
She did say that. I love when she said that.
And you know what? I'm wondering the same thing.
Me too.
Because here's the thing. I feel like the issue is dragging out so much, and it really just takes a conversation.
Yeah.
And it also takes Will to stop lying and just be truthful to Sonny.
Yes.
Now, and of course, Sonny needs to be truthful about his feelings too. And I think that's also, a point in this relationship too. But it's kind of like, Will, like, let go of the animosity with Paul. Just like when he saw Paul in Horton Town Square, all of a sudden he got real evil.
I'm sure he sure did.
And then, how dare he look at Ariana and go, you see this guy? He's trying to break up your family.
No, I can believe that. I can believe that.
I think Will just loves the drama now. Like, he just likes it. Just like Sammy. Like, she just loves the drama. If there's no drama, then has no purpose in life.
What do they say? When you point a finger at someone, there's 3 fingers pointing back at you?
Yes, exactly.
Actually, somebody did that wrong, because when you point at a finger, there's 2 pointing at, and then there's 3 pointing back at you.
That's true.
So
we get the point, though.
Okay, yeah.
You're giving us a life coaching moment.
Like
maybe.
Pointing down. I don't know how you point.
They hide the thumb.
You point
yeah, they always hide it. They do hide the thumb.
So it's kind of like, so that way one's pointing at you, but there's 3 more pointing back at you. You got to hide that thumb.
Got it. Okay.
So that no one calls you out by saying, you point 2 fingers at me. No. The thumb is down. I'm pointing down.
I think it's an age thing. I always look at it as because I know when I was younger. Things seem so much more just advanced. It's like, oh my God, and just everything's so the angst and everything. And I think because they're both young. So of course they're not telling their feelings. They're not being mature about it. Of course not.
I mean, maybe, but I feel like their relationship started off very lovely.
It did, yeah.
And in any relationship, you hit a rocky road, and they hit one that is very common in Salem. But it's kind of like, it's also weird because Sonny never mentioned Paul.
Right, he didn't.
And Will, and I still don't get why Will couldn't mention that he was married and all that. Like, there's things that you look back on and it's like, that's weird now. Yeah. But I guess maybe, I don't know. Anyway, at the end of the day, Will just needs to own up to what he did.
Yes, I agree.
It was a mistake. Sonny needs to say, I forgive you or not regarding it. And then Sonny needs to be open about his feelings for Paul, no matter what they are. If he really truly loves Paul, then love him. If you love him because you spent so much time with him and had a relationship with him, okay, we understand. Then let's move on for that. Like, and Will needs to stop just being so angry. Stop being so angry.
He is just
being so angry.
I thought that was a funny part when when Will was telling Marlena about the therapist who was going to go see him. Marlena was like, I don't like him.
I wouldn't recommend so and so. Whoever the therapist was, I wouldn't recommend so and so. Like,
but also there was this little argument with therapists that he was going to. Like, she didn't approve of that
because she recommended one for him.
Yeah.
So, I called and she canceled and like just some like whimsy excuse.
Right.
And she was not falling for it.
No.
Grandma Marlena was like, no.
That's when she was like, do you want to work on your marriage? Like, am I missing something?
Exactly.
And then, Paul, of course, now I feel like Paul he needs something. Because now he's just roaming around, living in Salem,
hanging out with Justin.
Yes,
with Justin. Yeah, and that was kind of a weird moment. Like, you're like the father I never had. Like, it was almost a weird, like starry-eyed moment.
Like, so this is where they got married,
right? And
looking all around. And
I feel like it's Days' way of setting us up for something because he was too willing to help Justin with the translation of the contract.
I just want Paul to be crazy. Please don't make Paul crazy.
Me either. Don't make him crazy.
I don't want him go crazy.
We don't need any more crazy in love people.
No. But you're right. I think he's trying to do it to be
nice because it's Sonny's dad.
Yes.
Yeah.
To get him on his side.
Yeah, I think so.
But he's already on his side.
Yeah,
but I think it's just something, again, just another way, I guess.
Cemented in.
Yeah, like, I helped your dad, do Japanese. Like, okay.
Do Japanese.
And here's another thing to point out. Justin has been doing negotiations and stuff for decades, right? You would think that he has had some Japanese clients within the past 30-something years. Now all of a sudden you can't get it together?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. And the translation and
That's called Days You Tried It.
Hashtag you tried it.
Hashtag you tried it. So, I mean, pretty much that's really it with their storyline. Like, they just keep going back and forth.
Well, they're making John and Paul kind of slowly come together. Oh, what are you doing today? Nothing. Why don't you come with me to?
First of all, when was it? Let's take your son to work day.
Yeah, no. Like,
no, it wasn't even his office.
It wasn't even his office.
That was another thing. Like, how do you have a job at at a police station that you worked at time and time before,
Right.
Ever.
and you ain't got no office, and you using Hope's office,
Right.
My immediate thought was
Budget.
exactly.
Budget, yeah.
The Days team was like, listen, we gonna put you in Hope's office. Just mention it's not my office, but
Yeah.
and then
My best friend's office.
yeah, but then when he went in there, my first thought was, do they still have all the files
Me
out
too.
of
That's me
Clyde's?
too. Me too.
That's
The
what
same
I thought
thing.
too.
And first of all, you can't just use somebody's
Yeah.
office because you don't know what they got laying
Right,
around.
exactly.
And Hope didn't even know.
No.
Right.
I was waiting for
And
Hope
see,
to come
I
in.
thought at first, it's funny you say that, 'cause I thought at first he was going to see something and
Yeah.
get involved in that storyline.
Yes.
Right.
But that didn't happen. It was
No,
just
no,
set
they was just
budget.
And see, here's the thing, and immediately I thought, well, what y'all could have did was just move the desk like a different way and just change the pictures,
Right.
And that
to
we
Jennifer Horton's side.
You're right.
Right,
You're right.
right.
That's right. She's on the other side.
right,
That's
the Jennifer Horton side, the Daniel side,
Yes, exactly,
You know,
you're
or
right.
if you don't want to put it on that side, just put it in the middle,
That's right. You're so. That's right.
or you know, cat a corner or something. You know, you can do
Or
something.
use Jorge's office.
Oh yeah, Jorge. He got his
Jorge,
own office.
yeah.
Jorge
has
Why
his
did
own
Jorge get his own office with that weird mustache?
because Jorge had to watch the plasma.
Oh, that's right. The plasma.
So that's why
the plasma.
That's why he had his own office, because
Yes.
he had to watch the plasma. That's why. So I just hope that there's something happens with this storyline, because I get it. Paul's in love with Sonny. Sonny is in love with Will and Paul.
Right.
And Will feels like Sonny can't be in love with two people.
Right. We got it.
And
Done.
was it this week where they brought up the point where how, what did it say about how Lucas and Sammy, they were in love?
Oh yeah, no, I love that part. Yeah, they goes.
EJ were in love.
Yeah, it's like because like your parents are still together.
Yeah.
They're Roman and Marlena. So you were in love with him because, well, I'm not in love with Roman anymore.
Right.
You know, and Sammy's not in love with they had Lucas anymore. They became friends.
Yeah.
But they did move on to other people.
Yeah.
I love that point they brought.
Like there was still a love and care, but it's
Right.
not the same love.
Exactly.
Right.
So
You can love the person but not be in love.
in love, yeah.
That's
So
the point.
we'll
Right.
accept
Right.
that
Right.
that Sonny loves Paul, but he's
Right.
not in love with Paul. And do
Right,
not.
okay, I get that,
And,
yeah.
and they didn't mention it this week, but I feel like it's gonna come up again. Don't mention the whole "he's a baseball player. Why would you want to be with me?"
right, yeah.
Boo hoo, cry me a river, Justin Timberlake.
Yes.
Like no one has time for that.
Timberlake.
So you guys go ahead and tell us what you guys think about the Sonny Will Paul storyline, and like we always like to do, let's take it to the chat line and see what everyone is saying. Is your chat working?
It might be right now. I think it's
Is
coming
it?
up. I think it's starting to come up.
Caroline pointed out it was Sonny's office a few weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Tribe Master says, I want to see Paul interact with Belle, Victor, and Brady. Well, we still don't know if Belle is coming back.
Oh, we don't know that. That's right. The whole family is, but not her, right?
Yes. What did you think of the Justin and Paul scenes? We went over that. Mark isn't in Miami. He's just MIA.
Oh my god, I just said that. Oh my god, I said it before we came on. He's not.
Justin is Team Paulson. Since we know Freddie is leaving, I bet Paul will be working for Justin and Kate. Huh.
And then Rechan says, I want Paul to know his family. To know his family. I agree. More scenes with the family.
Yes.
More scenes with the family.
More Hera.
Yeah, more hero. We want her back.
We want
her
Yes.
back.
What's going on?
All right.
They say also saying Tribe Master 7 says that Paul should work at Basic Black or become a cop.
Please don't become a cop.
I know they never. Yeah, no,
Please don't do that.
Yeah,
Please don't do that. Work at Basic Black. I can see Paul as a businessman.
Me too.
Like doing. He can
What
be
department?
over foreign investments.
Yeah, foreign investment, foreign affairs, foreign
with
investment.
Tokyo. and then out of nowhere, hashtag Maxine Sun comes
There we
in
go. There we go.
to do some negotiations.
Yes.
And he reconnects with his mother, who
Okay.
then he discovers that he's a Demera. So now you have a Demera working at Basic Black.
Done. Writers, done. Look at every camera, done.
Look at that.
Done.
Look at that. Look at
Done.
that. Every week I come up with a storyline. Listen, there's only so many more storylines I can come up with. Hashtag Maxine Sun.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Just don't make up an elephant storyline.
Oh my God! No props. No
no.
more props, please.
Please,
No elephants,
no.
giraffes, nothing. I mean,
Nothing.
I'm
Nothing in
done.
the safari.
None of the sort. Nothing. So what else happened this week?
So we should go to Rafe, Hope, Aiden, and Clyde.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Now, okay. I love me some Hope, of course, as all of you know. I love me some Kristen Alfonso. I'm glad she's working.
Yes.
Glad to see her on TV. She's beautiful. This storyline is not really grabbing me too much.
Well, this week we got an explanation. As to why she was so vested in this. Because Aiden is working with Clyde.
Right.
Yes.
So she was like, I'm worried. I'm
Right.
fearful. Well, that's fine.
That's fine. And then, Aiden got a little scared too. It was like, and you pick up your son at 2:30.
Oh, I know.
Why do you know that? How do you know that?
Yeah.
It's like, how do you know that my son? I'm like, he's like, well, because, and he played it off.
Yeah. Yeah, he played it off real good.
Aiden, you're in over your head, I think,
Yeah.
with Clyde.
At some point, when do you just say, you know what? I just don't feel safe. God is not on my side right now. I'm just going, I'm going to refer you to somebody else who is better equipped to handle
He
this.
did try to do that before, but
he
Clyde
did.
was just like, no.
And Clyde was like, no, you don't
keep it in the
understand.
family. That's he said, I want to keep it in the family. Since he's handled his cases, or Ben's case, so well.
Well, everywhere we meet is going to be in a Hortontown Square is now the office.
Apparently.
And
Right.
it is like, I'm a criminal lawyer, right? You know that, right?
Right,
yeah.
And then, like,
It's like, there's a double entendre in that too. I'm a criminal lawyer.
you know, right? And Clyde's just like, I don't care. I want to keep it in the family.
Yes. But the one thing I did like was when Hope lied to Roman. I was like, Hope, you don't lie. Come on, what's going
And
on
even
there?
Ray pointed that out.
I know.
She's like, I know. she felt bad.
I know, because she doesn't lie. She's angelic.
Right.
But I did like that she lied to Roman. He was like Big Daddy. He was like, okay, now you're gonna wrap this up. Okay, blah blah blah.
Oh,
And I also
with the case.
And I also need to know Rafe's involvement.
Rafe's involvement.
Well, first of all, Rafe is now security at Edge of the Square. If he is now working on a case, who approved that?
You're right, exactly.
And you're not gonna say nothing?
Right. It's like,
Roman was just like, okay, and just write up was Rafe involved
right. And that's it. Like I can just walk into and just hang out and start doing cop
Well,
work.
I think that maybe they can say that an incident happened at Edge of the Square, so that's why he's there and he's investigating. He's bringing that information to Hope.
Okay.
So that's his connection.
They ain't gonna buy that.
They want that.
No?
They may not. I don't
Like
know.
something that happened at Edge of the Square.
But I do like
security.
But see, I do like Rafe and Hope together. I was saying this to Peter beforehand. I think Rafe is a leading man. He needs to be a leading man.
He is.
He is. He's not being utilized.
No, he's not being utilized. Nicole's not being utilized.
Exactly.
Like Daniel's not really being utilized.
He's on the
Maxine's
street.
son's not being utilized. There's a lot of people roaming around Salem that's not being utilized.
more before we bring him.
Yeah, Maxine should come back on more. A little
It's
more.
true. Where's Abe?
Yeah, where is Abe?
Yeah, I remember they were trying to bring those and trying to make them a couple.
Yeah, they just
the
dropped
dinner
it.
parties.
Oh yeah,
At Daniel's house.
Well, I feel like they also tried to make Abe and Kayla happen.
I remember
some
that.
point.
And that didn't
Yeah.
happen either. I thought that's kind of cute. I'm like, okay, I can see that. Because they're really good friends
Yeah.
and they've been long-term friends. I was like, well, see,
And they
back
both spouses are gone.
Well, back in the day, to try to get Caleb with another black man, what's Dr. Marcus? He was like best friends of Patch and Kayla.
that's right.
He was a really good-looking guy.
Oh, then Miss Kayla got some jump off.
Yeah, she was like, I mean, they were leading up, but they didn't go that way either all the way.
Maybe you could be Kayla's son.
Ooh, now that'd be interesting.
Oh, my God. From Marcus and her.
There you go.
Ooh, and you'd be a Brady.
I'm okay with that. That later turns into a Demera.
Well, yeah, it could. That could still happen, right?
Yes.
I guess.
Yes. But Hope, Rafe, and Clyde.
Yeah.
Talking about mix and matching all these families, I loved how when Kate, I don't know, we're bring this up later on, but when Kate, she said, yeah, this town is very incestual.
Incestual.
Yeah. Well, duh. Everyone does everybody, and apparently, it's just a small group of people, and they just switch off.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to have anybody else in Salem, except Stefano.
I love how she said that with Abby, Lucas and Adrian, how they're her aunt and uncle.
I love that line too. They're already your aunt and uncle already. She just walked off. Why are you worried about? They're already your aunt and uncle already, and she walked off. That was so funny. And it took me a second. I'm like, oh wait, they are. Okay, got it. Okay,
yes.
That's true.
Yes, got that already.
So, yeah, there's nothing else you can say. We just hope that whatever it is they're trying to figure out, they can figure. Well, Hope. With Hope and Rafe, they were both asking different people about Clyde.
And
so
Victor was like...
Hope went to Victor.
Yes.
And Rafe asked... Who was he talking to in the park? I suddenly can't remember because I think I kind of tuned out.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, that's right. He was talking to Aiden, and Hope was standing in the bushes.
Yeah.
And
that's right.
so it was interesting how they're trying to find out what other people know about Clyde.
Right.
And it was interesting that Clyde is now watching Hope and knew that she was over at Victor's, and then Clyde went and paid a little visit to Victor. And
and that's where it ended for that one.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about Clyde. Like, I feel like I said previous weeks, he is kind of like a Stefano and a Victor, but I want him to be more powerful.
Yeah, I'm not scared by him.
He doesn't
not intimidating.
Yeah,
No.
he doesn't seem. But you know what though? It's the nice ones you got to watch out for.
Maybe that's backwoods tactics.
That's what it is.
He does smart me well.
He kill him with kindness.
He does that well, but I just don't feel the threat.
No, but
Because he needs to do something. I mean, that was that whole Sonny thing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, when he shanked Sonny, then it was like, okay,
you coke on him.
Yeah. It was like, okay, you're a little evil. You're a little evil. You know, you got some little and I get it. Like, there's this undertone of like, I'm gonna throw on this this accent here, and everything's all right. Howdy do.
Right.
But underliningly, I'm shanking people in Salem. Yeah. I kind of feel like that. So I don't know.
That could be true.
Yeah. I'm kind of curious to figure out what they're going to discover about Clyde.
Yeah.
And like what's going to unfold with him.
What's his big secret? Yeah.
And will it really matter?
Yeah.
Like, will it really matter?
Oh.
I hope so.
I hope it does too. I hope the payoff is really good.
I'm nervous about this article though.
The article, there you go.
Things don't happen well when an article by Will Horton comes out.
That's true.
So we gonna see. Yeah. So good luck with that.
Yeah.
Well, let's find out how you guys felt about the Hope, Rafe, Clyde storyline. Let's take it to the chat. I love Victor. No, Clyde is a bumpkin. He's out of the league. Carolyn says, solve the stabbing. Well, the stabbing was solved, but it's only solved between two people.
Right.
But they don't know who actually stabbed him.
Clyde.
No, but they don't know that. It's not.
Oh no. Only Clyde and only Clyde
Salem
and
PD don't know that.
I know, right?
If we have a running list of the things that Salem PD don't know, they don't know half of the things that happen in Salem. Rafe needed a storyline. Oh, this is from Tribemaster 07. Rafe needed a storyline ages ago. I have been wondering what his purpose on the show is ever since Gabby went to jail.
I agree.
Well, it's taking the baby to jail to see Gabby.
That's right.
Back.
Yeah, well, right? Gabby is coming back eventually. I wonder how they're going to bring her back.
Well, she can't be released from jail yet. So
maybe she's going to be released on good behavior. Maybe, I don't know. Listen, I've never been to jail, and I'm not trying to go to jail.
I don't want to find out
she has
either.
the ankle bracelet.
They put her on house arrest?
House arrest or work release or something like that, right?
Where would she work?
Let's see.
I don't know. What did she, no, she was a model. Sorry. I forgot what she was. She was a model or something before, right?
No, but she could pick up trash where JJ and Paige met.
Oh, goodness. Leah, I did not see your tweet this week, although I feel like maybe I did, and it had something to do with hashtag Maxine Son. So maybe I did see it.
What's it? Jet Sky says, Victor is just waiting patiently for Clyde. Revenge is best served cold.
Oh, boy.
Which I kind of believe that too. I think Victor, come on.
Yeah.
So has it been confirmed to Victor that he knows that Clyde did that to Sonny?
Yeah. Because remember him and Clyde had that conversation. Mm-hmm. So that's when it was revealed.
At the church. At the hospital.
It was the church of the hospital. Yeah. And that's when we found out, that's when they found out, and that's when Victor kind of dropped it so that nothing else would happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's just biding his time right now.
I think so.
Yes.
All right, so before we start running out of time, 'cause, I'll keep going.
As much as he can.
You know how I am.
Okay, what's the next thing?
Let's move on to the next storyline.
That's yours.
I know. I'm just laughing.
We're still laughing. Sorry, we're just laughing about that. Yes, okay.
So we're going to move on to the Chad, Abigail, Ben storyline. The scariest one of the week.
Monday was the bomb. When he first kissed her, he was like thirsty. The look at the choice that Billy Flynn made with his face was like, I could have more of you right now. It was just so like, wow, for daytime.
Now, now if Abigail had just kept walking, it's almost like this was her thought process. Like, no, I can't do this. And then she went outside and she was like, I'm just gonna go check on him.
No, you gotta convey that face for people who are hearing it in podcasts.
Let's see. You know how when you go to the grocery store and you see the cakes and the cupcakes, and you're on a diet, and you're just like, I just really want that cupcake. I can't have, like, that's the face that I was making.
And you haven't had bread in about a month.
People go crazy when they don't eat, and I think that's what she did. She hadn't had Chad in so long,
and he was her first.
Yeah, so and you never forget your first.
No, that's right, kids.
Whether it was good or bad.
Mine was bad. Oh, sorry. Anyway,
we don't need to know all that on Dishin Days. This ain't Dishin James.
No, it isn't. That's right. I'm sorry.
But when she came back and they just got the going, my first thought was, y'all are in the backyard patio.
Exactly.
There isn't somebody like, you know,
a grounds person,
somebody,
like,
you know, like all of a sudden they just
leaf blowing.
Oh,
yes,
they doing it.
Exactly.
You know?
This is not LA, I guess. So,
no.
Yeah.
And then
a leaf blower.
But they did catch her leaving.
Yeah, they caught her leaving.
They caught her leaving the next morning.
Yes, they did.
The walk of shame.
I'm sure they caught more than that.
Walk of shame.
My question was, where did those extra blankets come from that were nicely laid out?
They were nicely laid out.
And they were all wrapped up in for them to make love.
They were on the patio chairs.
They started on the patio chairs, but then remember they went to the ground.
They pulled them off the
sure did go to the ground, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
DeMira is always prepared.
Apparently, in Salem, at everyone's house, there's what you call the "I'm about to make love" box that is comprised of like blankets, so that way you can wrap your.
But apparently, no condoms.
Yeah, because
everybody's getting pregnant.
Everybody's getting pregnant. So what's going on there? Mm-hmm.
You spilled that,
right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it was very passionate. It was very lovely, and then he was just like, but I want to take you upstairs and make love to you all night. First of all, I'm like, boo, you probably tired.
Yeah,
like, you know,
tired.
It's a wrap. Like, it's done. But then
he carried her.
He carried her.
And at some point, knowing Abigail, the character, as we do,
yes,
was she going to analyze this and be like, no. Like, you know, especially after the first time. She should have just
so
put her clothes on. And
okay.
like, but no, she was just like, and there she was. There she was. She was laid gently down on the bed.
Sure was. That's right. Because she's a slut. That's why. This episode totally taught me that her and her brother have sex problems.
Yeah.
They do.
They do. She's been through several men.
All the DeMiras.
Yes.
And lusted after other, and they all been married.
Yeah, and she was lusted after Austin, and she tried to date the Cameron guy, who was Lexi's half brother, and that didn't work. I mean, she was like, Abigail is a young woman of today.
She got a thing for powerful men.
Well, after she had Chad, you know, she wants it all the time, kind of like what Paige did.
Oh yeah, Paige got all hungry too.
But at least Paige was a
consistent on the one person.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
That's true. I give you that. That's true. But I love afterwards when, of course, Ben and Chad run into each other in the park.
Yes.
And Chad couldn't contain his glee. He was just like, hi, what's going on? Like, you're so. Again,
I don't care if you saw.
Exactly. I was like, oh my God, he couldn't contain himself.
There was kind of that moment where when Ben was like, I saw you and Abby last night. He had this moment of like, oh.
Just for a minute, but he was kind of like, he was getting excited.
Until he realized that it was just in the park when they were talking.
Right.
Because he got worried. Why? Because you all out in the open in the patio doing it. So then there's that whole little exchange. What I didn't like was Clyde teaching Ben how to put that app on Abby's phone. First of all, what? I understand there's an app for everything.
It's just about, right?
But how you just going to have an app that you have to download on someone else's phone
right.
in order to see where they are?
Right. Well, I thought it was kind of funny that later on he got your phone. It's still downloading. This thing is downloading. The person like just texted him or whatever. She's like, I can't. I'm like, what kind of phone does she have? What phone plan?
Metro PCS.
Must be. And then he didn't even try to like put it like he didn't even.
Right.
He was like the phone was like this when she left, and then it was.
Totally.
It might as well just.
Totally.
I didn't touch your phone.
What are you talking about? Right. That was completely true.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I feel like he's kind of.
And I loved how he tried to get Abby to leave. He's like, "Oh, by the way, I saw
Joey.
I saw Joey over there."
And when they said Joey, I was like, "Oh, that's Steve and Kayla's."
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, is he like? That must be a prep for us. He's coming to the show. Like all of a sudden he's gonna walk out and be like, "Hello."
I was gonna laugh because I thought he was gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I saw Joey," and I was gonna hear Joey in the background be like, "Hey, Abby."
Oh my God, Abby's here!
Abby's here! Abby, oh my God!
And how does Ben know Joey?
Yeah, like, when did they ever meet?
Never.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe they were looking through some family albums or something. And,
yeah. So
Caroline was sitting there, thought that was somebody else.
Oh my god. Aww.
But I will say that Chad got his feelings hurt when he overheard Abby say that she still loves Ben.
Yes.
And it's kind of like, you can't get upset. Like, did you expect for her to get on the phone and go, I had sex with Chad and it is over with us and I don't love you. And as a matter of fact, I'm at Chad's house.
Going for thirds.
Right.
Yes, right.
Or fourth or fifth or sixth, whatever.
Right. Yeah, I agree. So he got hurt. And you were saying something when we were talking before you came on, what it reminded you of.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a little bit further when she goes back. And then after he talks with Stefano, and Stefano's like, I got a plan, setting up this whole plan between them. And so Chad just gets on the defense. And so he goes and breaks up with Abby. With that whole scene between the both of them, it really, really, I don't know if you've seen the movie Dangerous Liaisons. No? Well, there's a scene in there where it's like he's breaking up with the woman that he loves for her own protection.
Right.
And it was just so...
It was powerful.
It was.
It was.
You need
Classic
to watch that.
soap opera.
It was classic soap opera. It was classic.
It has Glenn Close, John Malkovich, Michelle Pfeiffer,
Yeah.
Oh, all the good
Uma
ones.
Thurman.
Yeah.
You got to watch it.
It's good.
Okay, I don't know. I'm kind of nervous now. Movies
Oscar
like that
nominated.
get to me. I was watching Selena last night, and every
Selena.
every
You love
time,
Selena.
listen, every time that movie comes on, I'm like, she ain't gonna die this time. And then she does, and it gets me.
That's how I
Yes.
feel when I watch Showgirls. I'm like, she's not going to leave Vegas this time.
Oh my god, no me. Oh my god. I love
She's going to stay in Vegas
She's
this
gonna stay in
time.
Vegas. So then Chad goes off on Abigail,
Yes.
and then Stefano's like, "You idiot." He walked
Good.
into
Oh my god, that's
It's
good.
actually-
he walked into the shot this
Right.
time, so
Yeah,
he
did.
wasn't
He
already
did walk.
sitting.
He did
so
walk.
look
I was
at
I
that.
was actually looking at Chad.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. You idiot! What are you doing? You're messing up the entire plan.
Oh, that's pretty funny. That's good. I like
at
that,
that.
actually.
Look at that.
Yeah, Demira right there.
It's that inner Demira.
Yeah, no, I thought it was funny that, well, we talked about this also. I think there's something going on because why does he care if Chad's with
is.
Abigail?
I don't know. Why does Stefano is like Kate, but worse.
Well, we're
They really should be together.
They should be. No, I like them together. I like them together. Yeah, I do like them together.
But we were saying, like, it's going to be that Abby EJ baby.
It's a baby. There's a Demir baby out there.
EJB.
I feel like it's too obvious, though. Like, it's a little too obvious. That,
But Days of Our Lives, have they ever not been obvious sometimes?
yeah.
They've been obvious sometimes. They've been obvious sometimes.
Well, not to me.
What?
Not to me. Sometimes I'm still like, like I still have those moments.
Oh, no, I have those two sometimes. I do. Days
Yeah.
will get me sometimes.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think there's a baby out there. I don't know. There is.
I will tell you what is out there.
What?
A file with Abigail's name on it, held by
Yes.
Stefano.
Yes.
What's in that file, though?
Yeah.
The picture of the baby.
I was gonna say a picture of Serena and Xander.
An elephant.
An elephant. So I guess we will see how the story unfolds
Yes.
and what will happen between Chad and Abigail and Ben, who is just, he seems to just be in his own little world recently.
I know, but I'm not really I'm not really buying that him and his dad are close now. I just don't.
He is, because he's a Western.
Now he is.
And you know what happens
not
when you
Reynolds.
become a Western? You become close.
I guess so.
Because blood is thicker than water.
Oh, okay.
I love these characters.
He's doing
actually.
all the characterizations today. I'm like, all right.
Man of many tongues.
I guess so. I had no idea.
Hashtag Maxine's
So, there we
You need
go.
to give, Days Riders, you need to give him some lines.
I know.
All right, so let's take it to the chat room and see what you guys are chatting about. First of all, thank you guys. We have 38 people watching us, so thank you guys for
Yes.
tuning in.
Awesome.
Let's see. Someone said hashtag EJB.
Yeah. I like that.
Let's see. Leah Davenport Jerd says, I did laugh out loud when Chad said slut, though, because I love it when these guys make fun of when someone says slut. Oh, yeah. Listen, this week was either slut or skank.
Right.
Yo,
Yes.
skank of a son.
Right. Now, Leah says we all think it's a baby. Ijabi baby, yes. Odessa
Yeah.
says.
I mean, I think it's going to end up being a baby, too, but I don't know. I'm just hoping Days just goes, you thought it was a baby, but aha!
That'd be great. No, I'd
what
love
would
it.
it be?
I don't know.
That's what
It'd be EJ.
EJ's coming back.
Just come back.
But why would he want them to be together.
I don't know. I haven't gotten that far yet.
Come on, Mr. Storyline.
Wait, did he like EJ and Abigail together? I don't know.
I did, actually. I liked EJ and Abby together.
I did too, actually. But I don't know if Stefano did.
It was kind of off at first when they first were when they were first connecting.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, I don't know.
But then it worked.
Yeah, I liked it.
The passion was there.
It was like this sweet, innocent young girl, falling for the rich power. It was almost like a 50 Shades of Grey.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah.
Because he's a little older.
Yeah.
And she was like the impressionable kind of young
and
girl.
She's just like, oh, Mr. DeBear. Like that.
What's this, Madman?
I know. I was like, what?
Let's see. Pinky Juice. Pinky Juice says,
okay.
Abby has been with 3 guys. That's it. And Chad is the one she can't stay away from. Every soap lady has that one. Not a slut. Well, okay. That's just like to... and everyone keeps saying Abigail's not a slut. So, yeah, it's just like going back to your first. We get it. All right, so let's go into some tidbits.
Yes.
Xander, Serena, and Eric.
I just want to say he acted his... Can we say ass?
Yes.
Paul Telfer acted his ass off on Monday's episode. I mean, I seriously was like, oh my God, this guy can really act.
He lost it.
He lost it.
That was almost going to be my WTF when he left Kiriaki's mansion and he did that silent scream. That was almost going to be my WTF.
Yes, that was kind of weird. I watched it 3 times. Like, what was that?
And that poor private area that people keep talking to,
that bench.
I was like...
But I was terrified for Victor. Talk about going against Victor. I was terrified for Victor. Like he's going to do something to them or Daniel or something. I'm like, ooh, he was really good.
He was like, how dare you keep treating me like the black sheep?
Okay,
so mean.
He was so mean.
He was.
He's like,
really
even Daniel's not even a real relation, and you treat him better. I'm like, you're right.
And I was telling James, I was like, he's an actual Kiriakis, so he does have rights, certain things that come with the name, and it's like. Victor's just not giving him that.
Yeah, he's not at all. No. He's not at all. He's not budging an inch.
Nope. So
he's even just told him to leave.
You told him get out.
Get out.
Do what you need to do.
He said.
He said.
He could give my cut first.
He said, finish what you have to in Salem. Give him my cut and then leave.
Like, what?
I was like, wow.
I was like, you're not getting a cut of nothing. If I was like, that's it, done.
I want to know who he murdered in Scotland.
Yeah, me too. What was somebody important?
Right.
Maybe that's going to come back because remember when Jen was here, she kind of slipped up a little bit. Remember she said about a story?
Ireland. Oh, yeah, Ireland? She did say Ireland. She did say something.
Yeah.
And we were like, what? And she's like, oops.
Yeah.
Come on,
she's
Jen,
like, where
just
are
tell
we?
us.
Right?
So, yeah, I wonder how that's going to turn out. And
but they only did it on Monday, and that was it.
Yeah. That's all we saw Xander.
Like, dang it.
Until the anger comes back again.
I know.
He was really good on Monday.
He was really good.
He was very good. And then kudos to Eric for finally figuring stuff out.
Oh, my God. I know. Like,
finally.
Like, all of a sudden, the pieces of the puzzle, and then Daniel's like, dude, did you know about the secret compartment? What? And Eric was just mad.
Yeah, he was
like,
mad.
Every time he entered or exited, it was always. So, and then poor Serena, she didn't know what to say. I'm like, girl, I thought you was better at lying than this.
I know, she fell apart.
Yeah.
After all the time she's been scheming.
Right. She fell apart.
Yeah, it is Eric. But
Eric started remembering stuff. He's like remembering all the stuff's going back, and he was angry. He was like, oh.
Yeah, he was like mad. He was like, he didn't see it coming. But of course, because when you have your head down all the time, then you can't see stuff. You got to keep that head up and stay.
He had it down because he was praying when he was
He's not priest anymore. Like he still prays, I guess.
Yes. Oh, and then real quick, Nicole and her search and trying to like search for more information about Xander.
At that too.
It went away.
Where'd it go?
And then all of a sudden the files were sealed. It's like
dang you search.
Right. I had a you search.
It's like who's on your computer? And then the whole like informant. You got to go right now. And then it was Daniel. I'm just like, and then. Daniel and Nicole do not work.
Nope.
It's not going to work. Like, I think it's too much of a push and pull. And even in that scene, it was like well, fine, but I love you.
I love you.
But don't forget about this. And then Xander sees it.
Yeah, it has to be Xander and Nicole. I agree. I almost wish Xander was not leaving so they can put her with Nicole.
I know.
Yeah.
Because they have such good chemistry on camera.
They have really good chemistry together. And I am not for Daniel and Nicole anymore.
No, Daniel just needs to live alone, raise his son, and that's it.
Exactly.
And by the way, sorry. Go ahead. Continue with your tidbits. I'll bring it up.
I accidentally skipped over this. the big announcement from Kate at Ariana's party
I love
of
it.
Lucas and Adrian. Oh, I thought everybody knew. No, Kate, everybody doesn't know.
No, I know.
And you can't just blurt out information like that.
What did you think everybody knew?
Yeah.
Like,
And I love how Clyde Collector, he's like, you don't do anything by accident.
yeah, right,
Exactly.
He's
exactly.
like, come on.
And then she's just like, what?
What? What?
I thought y'all
What?
knew. What? What happened? And Lucas is like, what is wrong with you,
I know,
woman?
Lucas was hilarious.
It's like, goodness gracious.
So it was hilarious. I thought it was hilarious. Kate was like working that room, actually.
Yeah, she's going all over.
She had a scene with John. She had a scene with everybody. She's
Yeah.
working it out. I
Yeah.
love her. She's so funny.
What were you going to say?
No, I was just to say when they're PDA, before they left,
Mm-hmm.
the Lucas and Adrian PDA.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, when he was all
Get
like,
ready.
get ready. It'll be our first PDA. And she's like, oh.
They're school kids.
yeah.
They're really
Right.
like school kids. It's hilarious.
Oh my gosh! But brought up an interesting point though.
Yes.
When they decided, okay, well it's getting out, so we need to tell certain people,
Yeah.
and she went to go tell Justin, and Justin was kind of like, "Why are you so upset?"
Right.
Because she was just like, so.
Yes.
It's funny because I guess his whole Elsa situation is now just
Null and void.
gone. No,
Yeah.
I wanted them to bring Elsa in.
Me too. Me too. Like in a blue cape, you said. Yes, exactly.
A
In
powder blue
dress.
suit.
Yes. Powder blue suit.
Yes. Oh, that would have been such a hilarious moment.
Hilarious. Or her blue streak in her hair like Kate has.
Yeah. No, I wanted her to have like sort of like
A side ponytail.
Yeah.
Braid.
Yeah. It could be blonde. I'll buy blonde.
It can be
But
blonde.
like a side silver pony with like a blue jacket.
Ooh, I'm done. I'm ready.
I would have said, oh, let it go. Let it go.
I'm down for that.
So then we saw JJ, Eve, Paige, and Jennifer.
I love Paige. I love her now. Oh my God, I love her. She's so
Paige.
good angry.
Well, Rory was like, listen, Paige is not the old Paige anymore.
Right.
Like,
Nope.
she is made.
Yeah. And I just love. The reason why I love Paige so much now is I love how she plays with JJ's emotions.
Yes.
How she just builds him up and then boom, knocks him down.
When that old
Within-
guy was
with
hitting
like
on
a
her.
couple
Yeah.
of words. She
Yeah.
just like boom, and his face is just like.
Oh yeah, because when JJ came to the rescue and when she was getting hit on by the older guy, and he was like, "Buddy, get out of here!" Blah blah blah. And then she's like, "Yeah, oh my God, like thank you so much. I appreciate that. Like he's come before, and like oh my gosh, like would I ever date a guy that old?"
I know. I was like, oh.
And I was
my
like,
father.
"Ooh,
I know.
Paige."
I know. She was so good. She was like, wouldn't that be disgusting?
Disgusting.
Oh
And then she like walked off. I was
yeah.
like, but I also love, okay, I didn't know people were still doing the hand. When she went to see Teresa and Eve to get her stuff, she was talking directly to Teresa. Eve was just like, and she's like, and she walked out. I was like giving the hand
to the
still.
hand.
She's like,
She's like,
and she stormed out. I was like, oh, I watched it 10 times. I forgot. I loved
and
it.
I love
loved it.
how she was like, "Oh, you haven't told her, Mom,
Right.
what
Oh,
you
I know.
did."
I know. I love it.
And then she's like, "Let me tell you, she slept with my boyfriend."
And then Teresa had to go and rub it in
and
JJ's
JJ's face. When you're trying to get your
my
baby
God.
releases coming up, but no, let me stop by the Horton house and
Just rub
it in and just rub it in.
Now, I did think it was nasty that all three of them were standing there and each one of them had slept with JJ.
I know.
And that was funny how
Teresa pointed that out.
Yeah.
Teresa pointed out, she's like, first you slept with me.
With me.
Then you slept with my niece. Then
And
my
then
sister.
Who's that's going to be my mother?
I was like, Kimberly. Like, ooh.
Like, Kimberly, you better
Get
get
in there, Kimberly. That's right, girl. That's right.
So, and then...
There's a storyline.
That would be a storyline.
So, of course, Eve is all upset because, once again, she has lost Paige. Jennifer still has JJ. Eve is working on a plan that somehow is going to involve Laura Horton.
Yes. I was like, wow. I forgot that Jennifer thought she was going to go crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's interesting. I don't know how she's going to do that.
Yeah,
Like
I don't know.
gaslight her or...
I don't know. It's setting up for Dave's 50th.
I said bring back Laura Horton. Bring her on. Why not?
Well, I mean,
she's in Africa.
She's been on.
She's been on a couple
She's been on
times.
before.
Yeah. She
Yeah.
came back for Alice's funeral. She was on for something. I mean,
No,
bring
but
her
just
on.
recently, like
Yeah.
Jennifer went to go visit her.
Let's go
for
visit her.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like bring her on. Bring
For
her
her
on.
birthday or
Yeah, bring her on.
Eve, just go and pray. Like, you know, like
She's some more Jesus.
It's not anyone's fault that you slept with JJ.
That's the thing is like
Multiple times.
You did wrong, and you're still saying Jennifer's the cause of your life being over.
What did I say earlier? You have one finger pointing
That's
at
right,
someone, you got
and
three
pointing
and one
back.
pointing down.
At one point down.
And then, real quick, Teresa and Brady, baby,
Yes.
they have to stay in Salem
year.
for a year. And I feel like there's more to come because Brady is mad that she did.
But how quick is Brady like over Melanie already?
Yeah, no, like
I was just like, it was just last week. He's still like, it's like nothing now.
right.
Like he
Maybe Brady is the type of person that doesn't want to show his emotions.
He showed his emotions when his fiance died. He actually reverted back.
That was Madison, right?
Madison.
Yeah, Madison. Yeah.
He went back to doing drugs.
Oh, that's right. He did.
I guess Melanie wasn't that
Oh, there you go.
impactful.
It was
Sorry,
real
Daquan.
brief. Real brief.
Yeah.
Real brief.
Yeah, sorry.
Speaking of Daquan, where you at, Daquan? I
we
ain't
haven't
seen you in the chat room.
I know.
I hope
everything is okay.
No.
All right, so before we have to wrap up, let's go into our 3 segments. And starting with my favorite, because it's mine, the 3 Snaps Award. Now, each and every week, I always sit and watch all 5 episodes of Days, and I think to myself, who will get the 3 Snaps Award today? And it's always some random thing, and this week is no exception. My 3 Snaps Award goes to the inner-outer monologue that people keep having with themselves, such as the one that Nicole had in her office by herself while she was doing a search on Xander. That inner office monologue gets me every time.
But
it's
she's
not
a pro
an
at that. She's a pro at that.
She is a pro. But there's a lot of people that Eve was a pro at it too.
Oh, yes. Oh, Eve.
That whole conversation that you have with yourself out loud so that others can hear. So my 3 Snaps Award goes to that supposed inner voice that becomes the outer voice. The outer voice of Salem gets my 3 Snaps Award.
Who knows? She might be periscoping.
Well, maybe she was.
There you go. Right, exactly.
Maybe she was.
There she was.
Maybe.
Yeah, there she was. Yeah.
Maybe she was parents. She was talking to the people like.
I hate Jennifer. Everybody.
She wanted everyone to know.
Yeah, everybody know.
There you go.
All right, so let's go on to our WTF moment.
Yes, this week my WTF moment, I think everyone agrees because I discussed it with you guys before.
Yes. And I believe we have a photo.
Yeah, we have a photo of it. If I could bring that up.
Marissa, that's
Give me
your...
a sec.
Oh, okay.
She's like, I'm sleeping right here.
So I'll set it up. So my WTF happened this week. It was throughout the week, and it was for Ariana's birthday. Mm-hmm. So they're having Ariana's birthday. They're setting it up. Everybody's arriving, bringing their gifts, and passing her around. Mm-hmm. And I was like noticing, I was like, something is wrong with this picture.
I know.
And I was like, where are the kids?
Yes.
Right.
No kids at this party.
None.
Hope has kids.
Yeah.
Right.
Aiden has kids. And I was like, where's Joey? Where's Theo? Where's
Chase?
Chase and Sierra. It's like, our poor Ariana has no friends.
No friends.
And I'm just like, poor Ariana, they probably don't want to be friends with her because she has a drama family.
Yeah, totally.
Nobody wants to go.
She's Sammy's granddaughter. Exactly. With her.
So
They're afraid
like,
already.
I felt really bad. I was like, WTF, there's no kids at this kid's party.
That's so sad.
I mean, I remember I don't remember, but I've seen pictures of my 2-year-old party. I had clowns. I had, all my friends were there. I mean, yes, I'm 2 years old, but still.
Yeah.
And did they really have to rent out Club TBD for the party? Like they couldn't have it at the house?
That's what I'm thinking. Horton House or somebody's house. Right. Yeah.
And then it was like, but yet all the kids showed up at the fundraiser.
Right.
All of that. So
Right.
We know there's kids in the town.
Yeah. There's kids in town.
They're just not.
Apparently
Ariana's
not
friends.
attending.
Not friends with her. It's
I
an elite
can
party.
hear Sierra going, she's 2. Why would I go to a 2-year-old's birthday
Totally.
party?
That is Sierra.
Well,
That
she was umpiring, right? With that.
Oh, yeah, she's umpiring.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I would love to see her umpire.
I love that actress. She's so funny.
I love her.
I think her name was Lauren Bowles. She's
Yes.
really,
The
she's
Days of
so.
Sierra.
Oh,
she's
and
great.
she played a young Rachel on Glee. I thought that was perfect.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, of course, you guys know that Mark J. Freeman is not here, but we could not do this show without finding out what was Mark's quote of the week. And he so thankfully sent in this little video. Take a look.
Hello, guys. Sorry I couldn't be there today. I hope everybody's having fun. DISHIN Days. So, my quote of the week this week goes out to my number one man, Billy Flynn.
Of course.
Mr. Chad DeMira. I want to give him, all of Friday's episode was one big quote that I would give him the whole episode for because he was fantastic this week. I couldn't get enough. More. Anyways, my quote of the week is, I said whatever I needed to say to get you into bed, Abigail. I mean, it did actually take a while to get into a bed. You're a lot more adventurous than the last time I had you. Did EJ teach you that stuff?
Yes.
You go, Chad Demera. I love it. Sorry I couldn't be there again, guys. I had to work. So I hope you're having a great show, and I will hopefully see you next week.
Yay.
Take care.
Bye.
Love you all. Miss you.
Bye.
Right. Oh, how cute.
And that was Mark's Quote of the Week.
That was good.
And of course, you guys know that we are celebrating 50 years of Days of Our Lives, and we would like to take you back to some lovely storylines and characters with hashtag Those Were the Days. And this week's Those Were the Days will be brought to you by Mr. James Lott.
Thank you. Okay, so I was looking at the scene between John and Kate, and I was like, wait a minute, didn't they have a storyline? Yes, they did. Back in the heyday of the mid-90s or late 90s, John Black and Kate Roberts were actually engaged to be married. This was right after the Salem stalker storyline when Roman was dead and Marlena was gone, and she just found out that she was the bio parents of Rex and Cassie, the Gemini twins. So they were together. John had a drug addiction, and so she helped him with that. And then all of a sudden, of course, Roman came back because he wasn't dead. Marlena came back, and they all became, that was it. And I love when he used to call her Catherine all the time. It was like Catherine.
Yes.
And but they were together. So I'll go back to John Black and Kate Roberts' relationship that I actually liked together. Many folks didn't like it, but I kind of liked it because she's kind of different than the other women he's been with. And those were the days.
All right. And I think we have a couple of other photos.
I think it was 2 more.
Yeah. That one. Oh, yeah. They
look good there.
They do. Oh, look at that.
But I liked them together. They were short-lived, but I liked them.
Yeah, they were good. And now let's go into some news and gossip. Marissa, where you at back there?
I'm going from your photos to audio. There's a lot of buttons.
I know. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we still have our contest where we are giving away 2 tickets to the June 27th event happening in Tampa, Florida, brought to you by the fine folks at Starstruck Fan Events. You can find them on Facebook and their website. So if you want to meet Christopher Sean, who plays Paul, Casey Moss, who plays JJ, and Brian Datillo, who plays Lucas, make sure you add us on DISHIN Days on Facebook to find out how you can enter to win 2 tickets to the June 27th event. Now, what we're looking for is a very Hawaiian-themed entry. So you can show us how you do the hula. You can do a poem that's Hawaiian themed. You can take pictures that are Hawaiian themed. Maybe you laying in the backyard showing us how you would chill in Hawaii. Take a photo of you in a Hawaiian shirt with a friend that you're going to take with you. Any Hawaiian themed entry we will take.
We even got an entry where there was like dogs dressed up in Hawaiian.
Yes.
And it was so cute.
It was super cute. So make sure you guys add us on DISHIN Days on Facebook. We will be announcing the winner of that contest next Sunday during our live broadcast. So all entries must be in by Saturday, June 20th at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So get those entries in.
The more creative, the better.
The more creative, the better.
Yes,
exactly.
yes.
And, of course, in some other news, we have Justin Gadsden, who was the original Ben, the first Ben.
Oh, yeah, I liked him.
Yeah, because they switched. Yeah. He has actually picked up a new role, and he will play Uncle Jesse, better known as John Stamos, in the unauthorized biography on Lifetime of Full House. So he's going to be playing that, and this is him right here.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Look at them!
Right?
Great casting.
Exactly. So make sure you guys look on Lifetime for that. It's going to be the unauthorized biography of Full House, and the original Ben will be playing Uncle Jesse. And speaking of Lifetime, make sure you guys check out Blake Bears, who actually wrote this film for Lifetime called I Killed My Best Friend. So make sure you look on Lifetime for those times.
Yeah, I was seeing so many tweets about that.
Yeah.
Everybody was just like shocked, like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Like, so I think it's really going to be really, really good.
Yeah.
I want to watch it.
In case you forgot who Blake looked like, that's him.
I love Blake.
So make sure you tune in to Lifetime for I Killed My Best Friend, written by Blake Bears, ex Nick Fallon. And of course, this past week, James and I had the pleasure of sitting down with Casey Diedrich,
Yes, we did.
who played Chad DiMera, and he sat down and talked about his time on Days, also a lot of the projects that that he has coming up, and also we talked about his MTV show Eye Candy. But when we asked him how he felt about his character becoming a DiMera, this is what he had to say. Take a look.
Video's crap now. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold that pose.
Too many
Hold
buttons.
that pose.
Too many buttons.
Take a look. We're gonna look at it. Because he had some great things to say. He was very nice.
Yes, he was.
And very
nice.
cool and very
completely.
yeah.
And very open to the process, talking about
Yeah.
Days of Our Lives.
Oh, here he is.
That makes sense. Yes, that makes sense. That's good. That's a big family. Yeah.
That's cool. And second of all, I really wanted to work with James Scott, and and to this day, like I will always consider him a great mentor and a brother.
Yeah.
I love that guy very much.
Yeah.
Oh, James is really cool.
I heard he's really nice.
Yeah.
Very hurt.
Yeah. He just he just taught me the ropes, and he helped me out a lot with being a DiMera and my scenes, and
So if you guys want to take a look at the full interview with Casey Diedrich, make sure you subscribe to AfterBuzz TV and look up Casey Diedrich Spotlight on Interview.
And we have the link on our page too.
Yes,
Yeah.
and we'll have the link down in the description as well. And speaking of Spotlight on Interviews, James and I will once again team up to interview Bryn Foster, ex-Quinn Hudson. And we're going to talk about his time on Days. Also, he's in the new show The Last Ship, which is premiering next Sunday. So make sure you tune in this Tuesday, June 16th at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And of course, join us live. So
That's
way,
right. Join us.
Yes, please join us. Please join us.
There we go.
Now, I just in the chat room asked who wanted to win a calendar. How many calendars are we going to give away?
Let me get away.
I don't know. Let's go away 2.
Okay.
Wanna give away
2?
2?
Let's do 3 because I like the number 3. So,
Yeah, it's
James,
magical.
are you in the chat room?
I am.
Okay, so the first 3 people, you call one name, I'll call another, and then you
Okay.
call one more. They should be writing their names in all caps. And
Okay.
go.
Ashley Estacio.
Angela Bennett.
Your turn, right?
No, your turn.
Oh, my turn? Lynn Turner.
Okay, there we go.
We got it.
We have those 3. So Ashley, Lynn, and Angela, congratulations. You have won a 2015 calendar brought to you by the fine folks of DISHIN Days.
That's right. Oh, hey.
And of course, that is our time. We have gone. Oh,
One more thing.
yes.
So they have to send their names and contact to our page.
Yes.
Yes.
So they message us. So just make sure to message us with your address so we can get those calendars out to you.
On DISHIN Days. Send a message on Facebook. Do not tweet us your information.
Yeah, don't
Tweet us. Don't message us individually. Go to DISHIN Days Facebook and message us your information, and we will send you a calendar.
And also, I promised one of our fans on our edition. Today's her birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
I just want to give a happy birthday out to Annie Goen.
Oh, Annie. I know Annie. Happy birthday.
Yeah, so it's her birthday today, so I told her we were going to, say
Happy birthday to you. There we go.
There you go.
Yay. And you know what? Peter, don't hate me. I'm going to give away one more calendar.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to give away 2 more.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Tracy Newman and Amanda Pinnow.
There you go.
You guys have calendars.
There you go.
There you go. That's what happens. I looked over and saw it, and I was like, why not?
Why not?
Do we have enough? Wait, we gave away 5, right? Okay, we're good. All right,
Now
so
you get to hear Ambrosino 8x10.
Right? Here's something.
So, James, before we go, let them know where they can find you.
You can find me on Twitter at BlackHopeLA. You can find me on my blog, thesuperorganizeruniverse.com, and my radio show every Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on adrenalineradio.com.
And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at The Real Dooligan. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook /DISHIN Days.
Yes, and of course you guys can find me on all social media platforms, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Lounging with Tony. And of course you can follow me now on Periscope at Lounging with Tony, or check out my website, loungingwithtony.com. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This has been DISHIN Days.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later. The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.